I've put about 30 hours into my time at Portia lately, and honestly, my brain is just bronze bars and wood planks at this point. The game is actually really nice to look at, and the town is cool to explore, but the grind is a lot. Here's what it's actually like to start this game in 2026. Hi friends, Bloomable here, and welcome back to AfterPlay. So, I'm around the 30 to 40 hour mark now. I'm still pretty early in the story, but I've played enough to have some actual thoughts on it. It's a weird mix. Part of it is really relaxing, but part of it is actually kind of stressful. I want to talk about the world, the building, the characters, and whether the grind is actually worth the time. This isn't a full review, I haven't finished the game yet, but there was a point where I almost stopped playing, and I wasn't expecting that. So yeah, this is just where I'm at right now. First off, the town is great. The best thing about it is that it feels real. It's not just a bunch of fake storefronts you run past. You can actually go into most places, and that helps a lot. It's bright, it's colorful, and it just has a really positive vibe that's nice to be in. I love the animals too. The designs are a bit weird, like the colorful llamas and the pan bats, but in a good way. What I really like though is how calm it is. Most of the time, nothing is trying to kill you. You can just explore, gather stuff, and take your time without feeling rushed. There were a few times where I just walk around for a bit instead of doing anything productive, and it didn't feel like I was wasting time. It actually felt like that was part of the game, just slowing down a bit and not constantly thinking about what I need next. It's a nice break until you go back to the workshop, and that's where things start to change. Because that's where things get a bit intense. I like the idea of being a builder instead of a farmer, but the resource management ramps up really fast. Everything needs the same materials at the same time. You take a job, and suddenly you need bronze bars. But you also need those same bars to upgrade your tools, and then a quest pops up, also asking for bronze bars to be made into pipes so you can complete a design. It always comes back to the same thing: bronze bars. Everything just bottlenecks. Like, I'll go out, spend a full in-game day gathering materials, come back thinking I'm finally set, and then realize I'm still missing one small thing that stops everything. I've had 4 furnaces running at the same time, non-stop, just trying to keep up, and it still doesn't feel like enough. It kind of feels like you're always just behind, like you're catching up, but never actually getting ahead. And this is where it stopped feeling cozy for me. At some point, I realized I wasn't really playing a cozy game anymore. I was basically just managing a factory line. But then, I found something that actually helped a lot. I went into the settings and turned the game speed down to 50%. And that's when it started to feel manageable again. I finally had time to plan things properly instead of just rushing around trying to get everything done. If you're starting the game, I'd honestly recommend doing that straight away. It makes things a lot less frustrating. As for the characters, the art style is a bit weird. The proportions are definitely unique, and it took me a while to get used to it. But after a while, you stop noticing it. The town feels alive, people have routines, and it works. The combat is pretty basic, just simple hack and slash. It's not really the focus, but going into the ruins to find old tech is actually pretty fun. It does get repetitive, but finding something rare does make it feel worth it. I think that's the weird part about it. Even when it gets frustrating, I still find myself coming back to it the next day. I don't know if it's the town or just the feeling that you're slowly building something, but there's something there that keeps pulling me back. So, am I going to keep playing? Yeah. Even when the furnaces are getting on my nerves, the world is still interesting enough to keep me around. I don't have a final yes or no yet. For a game this big, I feel like you need to get to the end before you can really decide that. but as a first impression, it's a bit messy, it's definitely grindy, and somehow I'm still into it. I'll probably do an update once I finish the story, but if you played it, I'm curious. Does the grind actually get better later on? Or is this just how it is? Or am I just gonna be the bronze bar person forever? So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I feel like I need a bit more time with it before I really decide how I feel about it. If I stick with it, I'll come back to it and see if it actually pays off, or if it just stays like this the whole way through. Either way, I'm kind of curious to find out. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay curious, stay cozy, and keep exploring. Take care!